Hey guys, it's Chris, and this video is going to be all about my top surgery. I'm going to try and make it fast, but more than likely it's going to be a long one. And we'll just get into it right now.
Guess who's surgery ready?
I'm nervous and cold and excited. All the things. I'm not a good subject right now.
I'll show the excitement. It's happening! Let me get out of here. Okay?
You're so stupid. Oh boy. Yeah. This is it.
Everything has come up to this day.
Yes. So on June 22nd, I had double incision with 3 nipple grafts with Dr. Ting in Mount Sinai Hospital. The surgery usually goes around like an hour and a half, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say general time. We got to the hospital around 10:15 in the morning. My scheduled surgery was supposed to be at 12. They had whatever they were going on in the hospital, so I didn't actually get into surgery around like 3:30. That's when I went in. And then I got discharged from the hospital around 9:45, I want to say. I didn't actually end up making it home, and you guys can check out that video. I'll explain that whole long story, what happened to me there, but we did try to get like some footage. Obviously the day didn't go as planned. We would have had more footage, but I'll insert what we have here.
I don't ever want to see another hospital again. Look at my big man.
Yeah.
Walking.
Who gets
All
hospitalized
by
for
yourself.
outpatient procedure? It's crazy.
This
if I get a
guy.
mole removed, I'm gonna be like this. This is terrible. It's not my finest moment, but it all worked out, thank God. Thank you guys for the well wishes, your concern. And I'm gonna go home and enjoy it the way I was supposed to the first night. But I was treated well. They used my preferred name, called me sir. It was never misgendered, and the food was great. It was good. It was a good experience. It was a unique experience, but it was a good experience. So I'm blessed in that respect.
But overall, the day of the surgery, it was good. I was nervous. I was definitely nervous. I sat in the back seat and I was just, reflecting, listening to good music on the way down. My father-in-law actually drove us down to the hospital, which thank God he did, because, obviously, as you know already. But it was good. It was a great day. And I thought that it was gonna be the longest drive ever, but we got there relatively quickly and everything just progressed real smooth from the beginning. The only hiccup was when the hospital had some kind of situation going on and my surgery was actually pushed back, and just waiting by myself, that freaked me out a little bit, because like 3 hours just sitting there, you don't know what's going on. And I sweat a lot, and you're allowed to shower that day, but like you can't wear deodorant and stuff, so I'm just like sweating through. I'm probably like just grossing everybody out in the waiting room. That was the toughest part, the waiting part. But then they came and got me. They went over all their pre-stuff. He told me what he was gonna do. He marked my chest. And it's interesting because in March I went for my consult. And then, as you guys know, I've been really trying to like work out my pecs and lose weight, blah, blah, blah. And my breasts actually dropped a significant amount since March. So he was like, as soon as he saw my chest, he was like, yeah, we're gonna have to take off a lot of skin. And I was like, what does that even mean? But as you like, we'll show. Well, we're probably not gonna show it, but I took a picture the night before the surgery, and I took a picture like in January, and the difference is huge. So he really did take a lot of skin off, but he did an amazing job. I'm very happy with the results. But going into the surgery, they didn't even like wheel me in. I had to like walk in. So I was trying to play it cool, but As soon as you walk into the operating room, the table is set up like a crucifix. So I was like, oh, come on. So the resident doctor that was there, he made me feel really comfortable. Like, he probably knew I was silently freaking out. So he was like, are you all right? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, what kind of music do you listen to? So I told him, and he put on some music for me, and I was able to relax. But that whole operating team that I had, because it was like 5 or 6 people that I could see before I was put down, well, put under, I should say. They were awesome. Like, they tried to really, like, this is what they do, but they made me feel really comfortable, and it was nice. It was an amazing experience up until I went to sleep. So that was great. That was really great. Okay, so I wake up, we have the other hospital trip, and I didn't really get to register the fact that, like, I just had top surgery. I was more concerned about, you know, Chelsea, because now it's 4 in the morning, and, you know, she's got to drive home to take care of the kids, and now I'm in the hospital, and I'm like, how much is this gonna cost? So I'm freaking out. Like, I'm thinking of everybody but myself. So it took a while for me to be like, oh wow, like, I had top surgery. So like, like at one point, like before I fell asleep, I almost felt myself like almost panicking, because I'm like in the hospital room by myself. But I was like, all right, just calm down, like, everything's gonna be good. But it was just, it just felt like, I just felt relief to just not have that weight anymore. Like, to be laying on my back in the hospital bed and not having, like, you know, something underneath my armpit, because, you know, there's no like, there's no lift to them anymore, so they're just like, you know, hanging around. So that was the first thing I noticed, like, to be laying on my back and not feeling anything slide to the side. Like, that was the best feeling in the world. As far as pain is concerned, I felt no pain, and I don't know if it was just whatever they used, but to this day, I'm 18 days post-op, and I don't feel any pain at all. Like, I'll feel twinges, or, you know, I'll feel itchy, and then like for the first week, I didn't feel anything at all, but now I can feel like my upper chest in this area. I can feel, you know, where the scars kind of end here. I can feel this area, but here, this is where it's still kind of numb, but that'll come with time, you know, swelling, everything like that. My nerves are just kind of, you know, getting refamiliar with this new configuration, because again, he took out a lot of stuff. I don't know, I guess breast tissue. Yeah, he took out a lot of breast tissue, and I got lipo here and here. So this is kind of sore. My left side is still kind of lagging behind, but this side is raring to go. So I'm just trying to remember that, you know, I have to keep my arms in, be a little T-Rex more so than I normally am. And, you know, I can't reach for things, that kind of stuff. So being independent is tricky at times, especially when you want a cup of coffee and the coffee filters are up there. So I've been using like a spatula to open up the cabinets and to knock things down. So it's funny, like, Chelsea laughs at me a lot. Chelsea laughs at me a lot.
Damn, babe.
Get a better angle. My chin, my neck chin.
It's your new chest, your new chesticles. That looks crazy. I know, I'm gonna show you.
My follow-up visit was on June 30th, and that's when they took out my drains. That was the most irritating experience of my life, having those drains. The first 5 days I was cool. You know, it was cool to see, like, you know, the volume decreasing, you know, what color it looks like. But then my right side, that really started bothering me the last 2 days. And when I got those out, it felt like night and day. So I had instant more mobility, and like in the car, laying down, sitting down. I didn't have to use my gravity chair as much. I'll put a link down below for the type of chair that I used. That was a lifesaver. I didn't start sleeping into the bed about 14 days post-op, and that without that chair, I wouldn't have gotten any sleep, because getting comfortable, especially with those drains, was not gonna happen. So if you're getting top surgery or you know somebody, definitely suggest a zero gravity chair, because that is awesome. At the post-op appointment, they took the drains out, and they gave me an ACE bandage for compression to stop, well, to help with the healing, swelling, that kind of thing. The first day that she wrapped me up was great. I take it off to take a shower, which was awesome because I needed that. I was just a stinky grease ball, it was gross. And after the shower, Chelsea wraps me back up, and it's tight for like, you know, the first 20 minutes. And then it just kept slipping. So then it would get caught underneath my armpit. It was just so uncomfortable. So what I did was I just hopped on Amazon again, post a link below, and I got a compression vest. So it goes on like this, and then it's got the I think they're eye hooks. Well, yeah, I think they're eye hooks, and they go all the way down here. So it's long, you can tuck it into your shorts or whatever. And that's been a lifesaver because walking around in a tube top, I wasn't really feeling that too much at all. So that's been a great help. One of the negative things that I've noticed that's been going on with me is that I've been experiencing, I don't want to say it's insomnia, but it's the sleep patterns are just, I haven't been sleeping. So I'll sleep from like 9 to 1 and then from like 4 to 7 when the baby wakes up. I don't know why, but that's what's been happening. It's annoying because I'm tired, but what are you gonna do? I did stop napping. The first 2 weeks I would take naps, but now like I can stay up till about 8, 9 o'clock and then I'm up again. So I just read on my phone, I watch Breaking Bad. That's pretty much what I've been doing as far as like resting is concerned. Just watching Breaking Bad, whatever movies we buy, like just watching movies, just trying to hang out. I don't like it. I don't like not being a help out, especially with the toddler running around. It kind of sucks. We went grocery shopping and I'm putting the chips in the bag. I mean, the chips in the shopping cart, but Chelsea's doing like all the work. So I look crazy because I don't visibly look like I just had surgery. Like you can't see my binder. So I'm just standing there letting my wife do all the work. I hated every second of that. But you know, I'll get over it, especially once I heal. Like maybe 2 more weeks I can start lifting heavier things, more than 5 pounds. That would be nice. Showering, I could do. Lotioning my arms, that's hard. Like anything that requires me to cross my body is tough. Dressing, I can do. Like for this tank top, I just put overhead. If it can stretch and I don't have to put my arm up, I can do it. But 9 times out of 10, I'm asking Chelsea to help me put on a shirt. Everything else I could do for myself. The 2 things that I've been using consistently throughout this whole process, colostrum does help with immunity. I know that for sure. So I've been taking that. Also, I've been taking arnica. A lot of guys use this. This is for any kind of trauma to your body. So like if you get a cut, if you get a cold, arnica is supposed to knock everything out. They're chewable tablets. This is great flavor. I didn't choose that. That's just what came. It's organic and it doesn't interfere with any other medications that you've been taking. So I've been doing that for the swelling and bruising. I had a crazy bruise here and that went away relatively quickly, and where they gave me lipo here, those bruises are now fading away as well. Like I said before, just resting, just trying not to do too much, but it's hard. It really is hard. When you see something that needs to be done in your house, like you want to do it. So it's hard to, you know, I always get yelled at, you know, whether it be from my friends or, you know, Chelsea, like I'll do it, but I don't really like asking for help a lot. I've realized that through this whole process, that I do like to do things for myself. I don't really like depending on people to do like simple tasks, like, can you open up this jar? That is annoying for me, but it's an ego thing. I'll get over it and I'll be back pretty soon. So that's that. But what I do miss is being able to hold Carter, because, you know, she reaches for me in the crib and now she knows that, you know, daddy has a boo-boo, that I can't pick her up. So she doesn't even reach for me anymore. Like I'll come into her bedroom and she'll call for mommy, like, because she knows I can't pick her up. So that kind of sucks. And not being able to work out, I didn't think was going to be a big deal. I was like actually relieved because my last workout was the 20th and I hit it pretty hard and I was like all sore and stuff, and I was like, I'm so happy I won't be able to work out. I could just rest. But I'm itching to get back into the gym, so I'm very excited for when I can get cleared to start lifting again, because I really Really miss it. Like just being in here makes me sad because I can't lift it. I can't lift it. That's pretty much all that I can think of as far as my top surgery experience. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys next time.